come to life for the betterment of us all. I am so exceedingly grateful, my cup runs over, just to be a part of this program. Here we encourage the girls to define themselves for themselves, to uplift one another, no put downs, right, John? Uplift one another and to carry that sense of self-love and sisterhood with them wherever they go. You belong here, you matter here, we value you here, and you make a difference here and throughout the world.
Yes,
so cheers to our girls.
Cheers.
In the words of one of our great heroes who will be studying next semester if you return, is Audre Lorde, the Black goddess within each of us, the poet, whispers in our dreams, I feel, therefore I can be free. So here's to our freedom. And without further ado, Miss Keisha Dixon.
Yeah.
God is good, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And he's blessing us right now.
Yes,
right
Lord.
now. There's something about legacy that reiterates how important it is to create opportunities to pass it on and to endow those that are following behind you with what they need to succeed in the future. This, like Kamika said, is a dream that is now a reality. And it came because we identified a need. But before I do this, before I speak more, I want to acknowledge my board president, the Reverend Dr. Winterbourne Harrison Jones, who works closely on every project that we come up with to make sure that we are serving the community in the best way that we can with the resources that we have. And this work would not be possible without his support and his creativity and his thoughtfulness. So kudos. When I came to him and said, you know, we had a program in 2018 and it was a family writing experience. We put it together just to try to instill and encourage writers, but with family. And we wanted to see families come together and talk and break bread, tell stories, and then eat. So we did that, and from that came a book called Word Dance. That was 2018. Time went forward, we didn't have a funder so that we could continue to work. And I told him, you know, we need to do something because reading is, the importance of it is falling to the wayside. We're not going to talk about whose responsibility it is because it's the responsibility of us to make sure our children can read and write. It's not the schools, it's us, the village, right?
Yes.
So I came to him and said, what can we do? And how can we do it? And we started talking and going back and forth, and Zora's Daughters was birthed. The concept. I wrote a grant, and the Arthur Dean Family Foundation funded it, the pilot year, at $150,000.
Amen.
At $150,000.
Amen.
In a pandemic.
Come on.
Right.
Yes.
Funders were not putting out money on new initiatives, but they stepped up and gave us an opportunity to create what you see now and what you will experience. So legacy and village coming together to support our young is vital to our continuance as a Black people.
Yeah.
It is important that they have examples, that we remind them of the examples that have gone before them and that they're walking in their footsteps.
Yes, Lord.
It is crucial. Otherwise, we're going to lose another generation.
Yes.
And there are people who are counting on that, right? It ain't gonna happen on my watch. It just makes my heart happy to see Kamika come in and to see her team come in and pick up the baton. You just don't know. This work has been going on since 1990. The Asante Children's Theater was founded by Deborah Asante in 1990. And in 2021, we are now the Asante Art Institute of Indianapolis Incorporated. You don't do this by yourself, so it's not just me. It's a team of people who come together and share their resources and do what needs to be done. Who is it? Shamgar? Shamgar. You do what you need to do with what you got when you can. And that's what we live by. And Zora said, those that don't have it can't show it, but those that got it can't hide it. We are here today to celebrate those that got it and ain't scared to show it.
Come on.
So give it up for the young ladies of Zora's Daughters.
Yeah. Woo.
And now I bring to the stage Miss Latrice Young. She is one of our teaching artists. Miss Chantel Massey on the wall is another teaching artist. And Miss Brandy Metzger is a teaching artist as well. And I want to honor or celebrate, acknowledge my administrative assistant, Miss Amber.
Come on now.
So as we stated, legacy is important. Those who came before us are the reason that we can do what we are able to do now. Because of them, we can, and because of them, they can. So this first group that you will see will represent legacy, the poets and the writers that we studied during Zora's Daughters. And in that first group, we will have Whitney, Amore, Kendall, and the Still I Rise and Phenomenal Woman group. That's a good amount of you. Let's come to the stage.
Come on, Still I Rise group.
And you.
Come on, Still I Rise. That's it, Emery. Hey, you on the yellow cutter? Come on, baby. Still she rise.
My name is Whitney, and I'm gonna be reading My Black is Beautiful by Lovely Hoffman. Look at her hair, look at her braids, look at her eyes, look at her nose, look at her fro, but it's all a part of me. Look at her face, look at her skin, it's either too dark or it's too light, but her complexion not right, but it's all a part of me. Who are you to not say that I'm not beautiful? It's your own insecurity because I know and I believe my black is beautiful.
Yes, Lord.
My name is Amore, and I'm going to be reading The Singing Girl. One day, a young girl was with her friends on the shore. She found a beautiful shell. I'm going to search for more shells, said the girl, and she placed the first shell on the rock. When it was time to go home, the girl forgot all about the beautiful shell. She was halfway home when she remembered. She asked her friends to walk back with her, but they all refused. So they went back alone. So she went back alone. The little girl was scared to walk alone, so close to nightfall, so she began to sing loudly. This took her mind off of fears. Once the girl reached the rock, she discovered a fairy. It was sitting next to the beautiful shell. The fairy had heard the girl's beautiful voice, and he asked, "Could you sing what one more song for me? Sure, said the girl. But as soon as she began to sing, the fairy grabbed her and he stuffed her inside a barrel. Then he nailed the barrel shut. The fairy traveled from village to village. He entertained people in exchange for a good meal. Whenever the fairy beat the barrel like a drum, the girl sang, and the fairy would receive plenty of food. Of course, he never shared it to the girl. The fairy traveled far and wide. Finally, he reached the girl's own village. The villagers were excited about the fairy's arrival, but this time he was known throughout the land. Everyone had heard the beautiful music that came from inside his barrel. The fairy rained upon the girl. When the girl sang, her parents recognized her voice. "That's our daughter," said the mother. Said the father, "You will rescue her tonight." The parents offered to feed the fairy. He gladly accepted. He also accepted the wine they poured for him, and he drank many glasses of it. After a while, the fairy fell asleep right during dessert. The girl's parents acted quickly. They opened the barrel and freed their daughter. Then they filled the barrel with soldier ants and bees. The next time the fairy beat the barrel, he did not hear beautiful music. He was badly stoned instead.
My name is Kendall and I'm reading Won't You Celebrate With Me by Lucille Clifton. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I have no model, born in Babylon, both non-white and woman. What did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed.
My name is Yu, and I would like to share with you a few paragraphs from Dear Black Girl. Now that I am almost 50, I can see my parents as not just my parents, but as people. I can see them as people with their own trauma, fears, and grief, from when they were kids and as adults. I can see them as people who have hurt and disappointed me, but who were also hurt and disappointed by others, including their parents. The fancy term for this is generational trauma. Unless we deal with it, we will pass down pain and bad choices from generation to generation. That's not to excuse my dad and your dad for the ways they failed to be fathers when we needed them to be. Generational trauma is not an excuse, but it's an explanation that helps girls like us better understand the choices our parents have made. But understanding alone isn't healing. The kinds of relationship we've had or didn't have with our fathers impacts every aspect of our lives, how we see ourselves and how we see the world, who we share our lives with. So healing is important. I don't know the ways that your dad wasn't there for you, but I know that whatever happened, it wasn't your fault. And I know that healing can begin there. Push it past the shame, tell people how you feel, and ask for help to deal with your feelings.
And last for this legacy group will be Anaya.
I'm Anaya, and I will be reading Still Our Eyes by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in bare dirt, but like dust our eyes. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got gold mines pumping in my living room. Just like the moons and like suns with certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still our eyes. Do you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my hardness offend you? Don't take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut on with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I'm dancing like I've diamonds, that I've got diamonds digging at the meaning of my backyard? At the meaning of my thighs. Out of the hearts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping in wide, willing and swelling, a bared in the tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into the daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
And to introduce the second group will be our teaching artist, Miss Brandy.
Thank you, Miss Latrice. My name is Miss Brandy, and it is my honor to present the next ladies who will be reading in celebration of one of my favorite themes, sisterhood. So I would like to welcome Emery and Savannah.
Pretty woman, wonder where my secret lies. My name is Savannah, and I'm going to read Phenomenal Woman. Pretty woman, wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm too nice. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room, just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hot honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me.
Men themselves, I wonder what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. I'm a woman, cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me.
Now I would like to bring to the stage Miss Chantal.